All right. So we open with Ix and Issa as passengers aboard a train. Issa, you have spent more than a day aboard already, whereas Ix, you got on maybe a number of hours ago. You have both been riding along for several stops now, at least. And you know that the next stop and the last stop is Dust Hollow, the end of the railroad. You don't imagine that this train ride will have any interruptions or the like, right up until there's a ruckus. People crowd their windows suddenly as they see a rider keeping pace with the train. And you hear hushed, shocked whispers, of like a bandit, a rider, so forth. And then this rider goes out of view of your car. You don't know what happens for a few minutes. There's quiet. People wonder if maybe it was just a fluke or not. Until a man appears through the door. You know who it is, but let's pretend you don't. A man appears through the doors, throwing them open. He has two guns, a hat that obscures his eyes, and a broad grin. And as he holsters one gun and then tilts his hat a little bit with his now free hand and goes, "Ladies and gents, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. You got the honor this day of being robbed by none other than the one and only Thorn of the West. Now please do keep calm, remove your watches and necklaces and all other valuables, and hand them over." And you'll take his hat off, holding it as if it were a collection basket, as he'll walk up from the aisle of the train. And you see passengers that he walks by, proffering his hat to, capitulate and hastily take off watches or necklaces or other valuables. And he kind of just makes his way around. And eventually he gets to you, Issa, and holds his hat out. And how do you react?
Does it seem like he's by himself?
As far as you can see.
I feel like obviously Issa would have looked up when the commotion was happening, but as things kind of started to settle down, she'd actually turned back to reading the book that she's been reading pretty much for most of the journey. And as he finally gets to her, there's a slight pause before she kind of looks up from her book at him, raising a brow, then down at his hat. And then she kind of just looks back to her book and says, "I rather think not."
Now come on, little lady. Ain't you able to spare a buck for a miserable traveler like myself?
Call me little lady one more time, and you'll have bigger problems than a life of crime, Mr. Thorn, was it?
You see him grin broadly, be like, "That's my name. Don't wear it out."
She kind of looks him up and down, taking in what I assume is a very colorful vagabond outfit.
Yeah.
And she kind of sniffs primly. And she says, "Well, as I said, I politely decline your request."
You see him about to say something else, almost seeming to enjoy this banter, even if it means you're not, what do you call it? Cooperating. until suddenly there is a ka-thunk heard loudly. And you guys feel the train shake violently. And Thorn himself seems obviously caught off guard by this, as he is thrown off balance and into the row of seats that you're occupying, Issa. And people begin to clamor in a panic. And then 3 more figures make themselves known. You see 3 men, one with this green coat and the other nondescript. One of the goons fires shots into the ceiling of the train and shouts, "Everybody get down on the floor." And Ix, as people begin to immediately, like, do as they say, because these guys obviously mean business of some kind. You recognize the man with the green coat as the Green Viper, one of your father's men. And he doesn't yet see you, assuming you perhaps listen and get down on the floor. That's up to you.
Oh damn, we're starting this shit early.
Yup.
I was not ready. Okay, quick question.
Sure.
Could I fit through a window?
Could you what?
Could I fit through the train window? How big is the train window?
I'm gonna see that there's no discernible way to open it.
Okay, that's just like, no,
Yeah.
you can't run away from this shit.
Usually train windows are not opened easily.
I didn't
modern
think so.
day, there's an escape exit, but I don't think that there would be an
Yeah.
escape.
Oh shit,
exit
isn't
now.
here. She stepped out. Okay. Could she slip underneath the seat in front or behind her? Like underneath?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, when everybody ducks, the second she recognizes this man, she will immediately get on the floor and start shuffling, kind of like under, not necessarily under the seat in front of her, but she's going to crouch in such a way that when they slowly make their way forward, and she's assuming that they will, she'll be able to get closer to the door without being seen.
Okay.
And she'll first cover it up with cowering, as if she's terrified.
Okay. I will say your instinct to flee out the window is in some respects commendable, given that you do notice that the train has not straight up stopped, but is dramatically slowing.
It would be a good time to tuck and roll.
Yeah. If you could get to like a door or, find some way around the window issue. But this man begins to stride up the aisle menacingly, and he has a gun of his own at his side, and he goes, "Come on, Missy, time to go home. Your pops ain't playing around no more."
Shit. Am I to assume he saw then?
You give me let's say.
Oh, I get to roll! Hold on. I have no idea. I have to wait for you.
So, you're going to make the first ever roll of the game a notice roll.
A notice roll, so I roll a d8.
Mm-hmm. D8 plus your wild die, which will always be a D6.
Oh, shit. Things are getting real, guys. Okay, I have my D8 and my D6, and I just roll them, and then I add them together, right?
Yep.
Well, go.
Hold on. Yeah. Yes. I had to think about that.
Okay. So, do I have to tell you the numbers on which die, or just the total?
Just the total.
You don't add them together, do you, when it's a wild die, you just take whichever one is higher.
That's
I
right.
put them together.
I thought you had them together too.
Y'all are echoing.
Sorry.
Let me double check that.
I'm sorry, it's the first roll and I'm making it complicated again.
I also keep forgetting that the wild die exists.
Yeah, I have to go over and reread that because I was like, oops.
It's page 87 in the core rulebook, I think.
Yeah. I had the PDF open, but I'm just going to open the physical book because that's a little bit quicker. This first game will, of course, be a little bit clunky as we figure out how basic things work.
It's okay, nothing in the West runs smoothly.
Okay, yeah, Tony's right. You can replace a trait die or be ignored. But you don't add it. So, all right, thank you. Roll both and tell me whichever one you want to use.
I'll be using the wild die because it got higher than my 8, so that's a 4.
Okay, that is more than enough.
Oh damn! Really? I need to
So,
figure out. This is
the
great.
thing with rolling is the target number is always going to be 4. What changes it is your modifier. Now, your modifier will be situational based on things going on. In this case, I'm just figuring, straight 0. So it won't be a negative impact or a positive impact.
Okay, makes sense.
So there might be, I think, a few No, I think target number is always 4. But or at the very least, that's what we're sticking with for now. But yeah, so that's enough. You're able to tell that he didn't see you. He didn't make eye contact with you. You also notice that he does wear glasses, and you know for a fact that essentially this man has a real bad vision without his glasses, and gets kind of that that thing where you kind of ignore your peripheral vision when you're wearing glasses if you have really bad vision.
Yeah, it's a complete blind spot.
And he didn't look directly at you, so you don't think he saw you at all. Which means he has a different reason to suspect that you're on this car.
Shit. I knew someone was following me. God damn it. Eyes everywhere. All right. Okay. I think instead of going to the booth in front of me, I think she was going to actually try and scurry underneath her own seat to the people behind and let me know if this is too much action at a time. But she would try and shuffle out of her coat and put it, like, I'd have to say on the chair across from the guy in the blue pants, just to kind of make it seem as if she's there, but she's not. Buy her a little time.
Okay, so you are hiding under the seats, but you've put your coat up on the chair?
Yeah, like behind her.
Where would you say you are, roughly? Just so you can walk out into the aisle to just show me.
Oh, how far under the seat?
Yeah, like where in the train you are, basically. Because I feel like I might... Okay, just right there. I just wasn't sure if we had gone past over to where the two guys are sitting on the, into the next row, under their feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't be enough to get into their booth herself. It's just enough to have her jacket put on that chair as if she was sitting there, or one of the two people sitting there. You have to sit there and stare at them. Obviously, they don't have light hair, but it's enough of a distraction to try and buy yourself time away from them. But she's underneath.
You can return to your little booth if you prefer. These three will continue walking menacingly up the aisle. Silas shouts at his goons to search the car, and they start to scatter a bit. One of these guys, kind of assailing some of the people, and this guy sort of going up further and, checking around. Issa, just before we go too much further, what is your response to this new development?
I feel like as soon as the other group of people had burst in through the other doors, her first reaction would just be a muttered, "Oh, for crying out loud!" but she can probably tell that they're, if not more serious about their business, then a little more menacing in their approach. So she might be a little more inclined to actually duck down. Out of curiosity, would Thorn have ducked down?
So Thorn, after falling into your seat, would have kind of used the motion to roll onto the floor and duck down.
Okay.
And hearing your muttered, "For crying out loud," he'd probably just be like, "Yeah, fucking saying that." And he takes his hat and puts it on his head, and you do hear the rattle of a little bit of gold and jewelry as he does so.
I do think that she would probably I don't think she's gonna get down on the floor per se, but I do think that she's gonna maybe duck down a little bit in the seat, maybe kind of kneel down in the aisle in the booth. But I think she's gonna kind of try and peek around the edge of the seat, just to sort of keep an eye on what's going on and the
Did you just shake the cart? Did you shake everybody up? What?
That was I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. I wasn't
confused.
Oh, you know what? The brakes happened. The train straight up stopped.
I clicked snap to grid, and I did not realize that would happen. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Don't click those developer tools.
I did not even realize that's the menu I had open. I just thought it was a setting for the game. So I will. I'm sorry I ruined your car.
What was happening, Issa? What were you doing?
She's kind of just I think, what was the last thing I said? Oh, she's kind of ducked down into the booth, but she's peeking around the side, just watching what these new arrivals are up to.
Okay. All right. So let's say then Silas is going to walk up a bit here, and he does see your coat, Ix, and he picks it up and he recognizes it as yours. And he kind of immediately has she's in here somewhere, and shouts for his goons to search the place, threaten people if they have to. Yeah, basically. And you guys realize that these goons are immediately getting rough with people, demanding if they saw a girl with light blonde hair and green eyes, and they're straight up threatening people. Arno, what you doing? Coming down into the car.
Just getting a better look.
He's trying to see the action.
You can zoom out, I think.
No,
Well,
I'm
you
as
should
zoomed out as I
I
can
think-
be.
I think if you
Oh.
use the arrow keys, you can scroll without moving your character.
If you have a mouse, you can also just drag the map, and so you won't move yourself. You'll just drag the map and look elsewhere.
Okay, Arno's going back in his corner. I apologize.
Sorry, I don't go back to timeout.
The timing just made it feel like Arno is like, people are in danger. I'm here.
It's ready.
Hero complex, I'm telling you.
Speaking of hero complex, Issa, you notice that Thorn,
Oh no.
he is peering around the edge and at these people now shaking down innocent passengers. He kind of stands up and just goes, "Now listen here. This train already had one robber. I don't think it needs 4. I mean, if I wanted a crew of 4, I would have hired a crew of 4." And you see Silas sneer at him, and just sort of jerks his head at Thorn, to his 2 goons, and just goes, "Get him out of the way." And from there, I think we'll start initiative, which I just realized I forgot something important. Let me go grab some playing cards.
Oh,
Yeah. For realsies.
playing cards.
Dun, dun, dun.
I actually didn't pick a particular background because part of the background required me to play poker. And I don't know how to play poker, so I didn't go with that. I was like, I'm not learning another game for this class.
Wait, it like required you to actually know how to play real poker?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
to make something work. It was quick rounds, but yeah, it was I was like, I can't. Nope. Like, I don't have the dedication for this today. Not today.
I'm sure there's some online equivalent to playing cards, but I mean, why would we use those instead of real ones? Why would I use those instead of real ones? So, basically, where you are in initiative is determined by the card drawn for you. Which I will totally open up the book to reference as I do this. That just seems like a smart idea. And it's just as well that I have the playing cards because it generally is the game marshal who deals the cards. And we're just gonna have all the enemies go on one turn, but I will give Thorn his own card. I think, actually, hold on. Yeah, okay. So that should be 4 cards at present. So we're going to go Issa, Ix, Thorn, and then Silas. So Issa, you got the 3 of spades. Ix, you got the King of hearts. Thorn got the 7 of clubs. And Silas got the 10 of diamonds. So that will mean, hold on, I believe that puts it at X, Silas, Thorn, and then Issa.
Classic.
Oh yeah.
Yup.
We're not changing much. We're trying to keep
I don't
it.
even have an initiative bonus. I don't even roll a dice, and I'm still last.
I just love how you don't touch anything, and you're like keeping the status quo.
Now,
The universe is like, don't get too big for your britches. I'm gonna put you in your place.
So we drew that, but I don't want to make the other group wait too long to be introduced. So
I'm
I
having a
think
great time.
We're gonna pause on initiative right there. And we're gonna scoot on over back to Dust Hollow.
Do I have to physically move my character there to see it?
I believe you would have to, yes.
How do
We do know that you guys. No.
Or would you prefer the players that aren't there not to see it?
I mean, we've been
Just
watching
yet.
you guys.
I know, I figured, but
You guys will see that map soon enough anyway. So
okay.
We're gonna scoot on over to Dust Hollow. Arno, once you get there, you can hold on once the map loads for me. You can walk on into town. So can Lucas and Ben, for that matter.
Oh, I think I see my place of business.
Yup.
I can't go through the door.
We have to hit T.
I'm just walking off the map. Okay,
Thank
hold
you.
on.
It didn't highlight it. That was my problem. I should just know better.
That's a big dog.
Kid.
What the hell?
That's the biggest boy.
Please don't get distracted by map.
I don't know where to
right
go
now.
in this map. I just was excited by the dog.
It's the giant building with a tombstone and some beer glasses.
Okay.
Should be self-explanatory.
Fair.
I'm going behind my counter.
So, meanwhile, in Dust Hollow, Arno is at the Thirsty Tomb, playing up a tune.
Oh,
You can see you have your piano there. Place isn't too busy.
What
The
happened?
sheriff-
Why am I naked? Wait, hold on.
What the fuck are you doing over there?
He's running his business, okay?
I don't know what I did. I don't know why he's naked. What did I do?
Did you try to edit your sprite or something?
No, I literally was just pressing. I thought I was pressing W for up, and did not.
Okay, hey, hang on. I think if you go to Character Studio and then go to Clothes, you might just be able to like toggle all your clothes back on.
Where is characters?
It's so if you like open the little sidebar, there's like a yellow happy face icon at the top.
Open character generator. Nope, I'm naked. Okay, hold on.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
I do see my clothes in that clothes tab, though.
Yeah,
But I also have my clothes on.
I know you can like click them on and off to like remove them and stuff. So Ix, if you click your coat, it might like take the coat off, I think is how that works. And now you don't have your coat on.
That's right.
Okay, just give
I
me
should
2
have taken that
seconds.
off when I took it off.
Arno ducks behind the counter.
Hello, everybody.
What a bizarre turn of events.
I'm so sorry.
We're really getting into it, guys. We're just jumping right on in.
Hide behind the wall.
Also recommend that if there's no reason for you to have an effects placed on your character, turn them off, because sometimes lasting effects, like repeated over and over again, can make it buggier.
Okay.
Also, it looks like the chair is on fire.
It does.
I'm almost done.
It's the hot seat.
So why is Lucas not in it?
He was in it for a moment, and then I moved over to the side to admire from afar.
This masterpiece needs to be appreciated in its entirety.
You would think that the best view would be up close and personal, but actually from this corner.
My boots. I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
It's okay, guys. This is just the dress rehearsal / tutorial.
I mean, this certainly is the dress rehearsal. He's practicing how to put his clothes back on. Thank you. I am here all day.
Don't care. Just
Guys,
let me.
Guys, this has been everything I wanted. There's only one thing I would change. And I thought for certain on the train
Andy?
when the three
Don't
Yeah.
forget to take the effects off.
Oh, you're right. Hold on.
when the extra guys got on the train, I so badly wanted Issa to look at Thorn. Friends of yours? Like it's like a snappy little instead she was just like, for the love of God. Like they both worked, but I was like, oh no, I was wrong. I thought I was so certain.
She's
I
just
like
sitting there being
that.
like, we are literally almost there. Why is this happening now?
20 minutes away.
You had 3 effects on you.
Yeah, that one there, I didn't realize.
I
thought
thought that
it
was
was
part of another one.
Yeah.
didn't realize I had this one. So yeah, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
The problem is, it doesn't let you know which ones you have on, so I was just clicking through them and obviously didn't get rid of all of them.
Jeez.
Okay.
I
I have a beer bottle.
just gonna spread out some people here a bit. Where was I? So meanwhile in Dust Hollow, Arno is at the Thirsty Tomb playing up a tune. The place isn't too busy, but Sheriff Lucas is there with a drink when in rolls a new face. You see this figure in black and white kind of stroll in and apparently take a seat in the corner table, just like the Strider, I suppose. If you guys would like to talk amongst yourselves, go for it, or say what your characters are doing.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, when he walks in, this mysterious figure would take one hand, place it on his fist, and he would look at everybody and go, "Oh, hi, guys." And then he would make his way to his seat.
That's it. This is the best part of the game.
Oh god.
You see all these rough and tumble types that frequent Dust Hollow, like, rugged faces or sallow faces, and they look at you and they obviously don't know what to make of just a simple, "Oh, hi, guys." They eventually turn back to their drinks.
Yeah, I feel like Arno would probably finish his song with a nice flourish because he can't do anything half-assed, and would make his way over to Ben with a bottle of beer, because it's his shop. So, and would just probably just gonna be like, "New in town? What?
Yes, hello. I am new in town.
What's your name?"
I am Bernard. What is your name, proprietor?
My name is Arno Firebrand, but you can just call me Arno.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Arno.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. Would you like anything? I got beer, whiskey, good food.
I would like some food, yes, please. And if you have it, coffee?
I can do coffee.
Please.
He would smirk and nod and go over to make food.
That's fun. Gonna meander my way over. Naturally, I picked the opposite corner of the bar to sit down. I'm coming. I think coming up, Lucas is going to stroll up to the to the table, and he's gonna put one hand on one of the empty chairs, and just give Ben a very welcoming, charming smile, and I'm gonna say, "Hey there, stranger. Welcome to Dust Hallow."
I know the answer to this is almost certainly yes, but just to confirm, is the sheriff badge plainly visible?
100%.
just
It is
confirming.
the shiniest part of his outfit.
I think Bernard would look at you and look at the badge and then look back at you. Hello, Sheriff. Pleasure to meet you.
You up for a drinking buddy, or would you like to take some time to get to know the place on your own?
I would not mind your company.
Just plops himself into the chair. It's like super casual. Everything that he does is just completely casual. And he like rests his arm on the backrest of the chair and just kind of keeps smiling a bit. What brings you to our parts?
I travel all of these parts.
Well, that's fun. Got any fun stories? Not much happens in this town these days.
Have you ever punched a shark? That is a fun story.
You know, I can't say that I have. Do tell.
Does Lucas even know what a shark is?
Probably not.
I would say you know what sharks are.
I'm like,
You've
how
probably
close
heard
to
of
the
them.
ocean
You've never
are we?
seen one. Like,
Answer remains the same. Can't say that I have. What's it like?
How much of a storyteller is this iteration of Ben, I wonder? I didn't take any type of performance for any skills. Well, it was meant to be a friendly competition in the sea. But then a shark showed up, and I had to make sure that it didn't hurt anybody. So I punched a shark.
That was the driest delivery I've ever fucking heard.
Who is not a storyteller?
I love it. Are you talking about right to the point? Efficient storytelling. Well, that sounds. Lucas is much more eloquent than I am, for the record. But, well, good for them that you were there then. Did you win the competition?
Of course I did.
Delightful.
so, just as you guys are having this friendly conversation, the doors swing open again, and a tall figure walks in, makes his way straight across, and sits down. Just signals to Arno quietly, orders a whiskey.
Arno would nod and will probably just gesture to give him 1 second as he goes to put down like the plate of food in front of Ben, and then 2 cups of coffee, because one would be for Ben and then the other one would be slid toward Lucas with a little wink before he goes back to the bar.
Arno gets the brightest grin.
Ben would nod gratefully and without hesitation drink the entire cup of coffee.
Yeah, Arno would slide up to the actual bar and pour the shot of whiskey, and would just have a look. Hi there, stranger.
This. Oh, sorry. Go on.
He was gonna just say, like, what brings you to Dusty Hollow? Dust Hollow? Dust, whatever.
Dusty Hollow.
Dusty Hollow.
This stranger takes that whiskey and shoots it back. And then replies, name of the saloon caught my eye. That guy's name by any chance, bartender?
Well, does Arno know the original reason why the bar was named this way?
You know that the previous owner gave the saloon its name, but nothing else.
Yeah, and he'd be like, the previous owner did not tell me.
So, even this songbird don't know. Seems he ought to at least do the courtesy of learning its history.
I mean, I did win it in a card game, so like, there wasn't a lot of documentation or like transitioning when it came to taking over the establishment, but I think I made it my own.
He drums his fingers against the bar and goes, wow, you ever wonder why the railroad would go all the way to Demon's Trail and no further? It's a silver mines. You see, back when they were running, this town was teeming with folks of all sorts. Everyone was coming from far and wide to make their fortune. Back then, this place was just called the Thirsty Saloon. Nothing more than that. That was until the cave-in. Quake hit, and the mine collapsed. Worst yet, everybody sent to rescue the trapped miners never returned. Some say the quake shook some more rocks loose. The demon of the trail. Those miners, rescuers sent after them, they were never recovered. But the earth weren't satisfied with that. More people started turning up dead until the cemetery was near to overflowing. Soon the only folks that started turning up here were those who had nothing left to lose. The moniker, the Thirsty Tomb, was picked up in a macabre reverence for the dark things that lurked under the earth. Came out to pick off those just unlucky enough to be found alone.
Well, that is a very good story. But I have a question. Why do you know the history of this place when I haven't seen you before?
He tips back his hat, and you realize you have seen him before. Looks quite a bit different than from how you remember. And then you hear the click of a pistol, and he points it right at you, Arno, and goes, I'm Emery Blair, rightful owner of this saloon, and I'm here to take my business back. And now we're going to roll initiative for you.
Wait, that's so cheerfully. And now you get initiative. Jesus.
Hey!
We're starting hot, guys. We're going.
Snowly.
Y'all better pay
okay.
attention. We are moving. This train is chugging along. I'm so
So,
excited.
yeah.
I don't know if my quick draw holster will come into play here. I'm assuming it should.
Can you remind me what that does?
It says drawing from a quick draw holster adds a +2 when attempting to interrupt someone, and the pistol must be drawn. So obviously he wants to interrupt himself getting shot. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, we're rolling initiative. He hasn't shot you. He will
Okay.
presumably shoot you on his turn.
Okay. I just wanna put it out there.
Presumably, this man who is pointing a gun at you will shoot you.
Okay.
I would like to interrupt me getting shot.
So, first card drawn is for Arno. You have a 9 of diamonds.
Okay.
Second card for Ben is a king of diamonds.
Ooh.
Third card for Emery is going to be a 10 of hearts. And fourth card for Lucas. Oh, 10 of spades. Let me see which suit is considered high.
Does Arno go
Probably
last in this scenario?
Sorry, hold on. Yeah, spades are considered higher. Sorry, what was the question, Andy?
I was saying Arno goes last in this scenario. He's the one getting shot at.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I like how the bottom of the chat just says the panda is typing.
Perfect.
Okay, so Panda, you're up first.
Can I take my now empty coffee mug and throw it at the gun in this man's outstretched hand?
Yeah, you're going for a aimed hit then. Which
If I'm not mistaken, throwing stuff is athletics.
I believe that is correct.
So I'm still getting my head around how this works. So I have a 6 in athletics, so I'll do a d6 plus a d6 wild dice and choose the highest.
Yes. So, just so you know, this is considered a college shot. It will be
Okay.
a -4 modifier.
Oh boy.
But if you succeed, he may be disarmed.
All right. Let's hope for some good dices here. So, how do I? Nope, that's not it. All right, because I don't have my dice yet. Ooh,
Oh.
I rolled pretty well. So I guess I got a 6.
6 minus 4, right?
Yeah, which sucks, but yeah,
So 2.
apparently.
Which let me hold on. This is where it's gonna get clunky.
I wasn't quite following all the combat rules for this yet, so I was, yeah.
It's okay. We will figure this out. I actually just need to, because that might still be enough to hit. I just need to double check
Okay.
one thing. Really, the only holdup now is that I realize I should have opened my notes on my computer and not just my phone, so that I can look at this man's stats a bit easier. Never mind, that's not enough to hit. Because to hit, you have to get equal to or above someone's parry score, and then it goes against their toughness score for damage. But he has higher than a 2 for a parry.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, unfortunately. You throw the mug at him, and he manages to pull back his hand as it crashes against the bar.
Then I'll think to myself that I'm hoping I'm creating an opening for Arno, and then Ben will stand up and go into a martial arts stance, ready to attack. I think he'll move closer too.
Okay.
He's not Ben, he's Bernard. I don't. Let's see.
So I think you can move 6 cells, which should be equal to 12 yards.
I'm gonna leave some room for good old sheriff here. So it looks like I can go there. So, which I guess here
Yeah.
was about where it was.
Yeah.
All right. And I think that'll end my turn.
All right. We go to the 10 of spades, Lucas.
Hey, how do I measure? I mean, I know how I measure, but like, how do I measure? Oh, right.
The rule icon. Ruler icon.
Oh, okay.
Just don't click anything in the grid icon. It's dangerous.
I can't even see the grid. It's okay. So 6 yards, would that put me right next to him? I can't quite tell if that puts me off or not.
Yeah. It
Okay.
would put you right next. Like, you could move onto his space, but I mean.
No, I don't want to go. I just wanted to be next to him. I don't need to be on top of him. I just wanted to make sure I could move forward. Stop. All right. So we can do. Oh, you are tall. You are a tall man. What happened?
I was going to
Yeah,
say, it's
so
throwing me
tall.
off that there's so many people here that are taller than Lucas.
I feel like I need to fix this because I look so small next to him.
Where the heck is Issa that you're seeing? I'm just confused by where you are on the map if you're watching.
I'm
a corner.
here. I'm
Hiding.
hiding in the corner.
Nice.
I did the same
I'm
on the
the
train.
Stealthiest bean.
I hid on the
Is
train
Heather
too.
also hiding?
Yeah.
Also wonderful. I love that. I love that you're
Guys,
both
girls
hiding
always
at
go to the
same
bathroom in pairs.
time.
You know this.
100%. It's better in numbers.
So I would like to showing absolutely no fear or concern about this nonsense that's happening in this bar. Lucas wants to stroll up to this guy, and I don't know what kind of role it'll end up being, but he wants to just put a nice firm hand on the guy's shoulder, and smiling, still casual, he's gonna say, "Come now, don't you know it's bad business to do a shootout in a bar?"
Lucas, give me a notice roll.
Notice. Notice is something. Okay, cool. Just the die or the die in the wild?
Always a die in the wild.
And the wild is always a d6.
Yep.
All right, cool. 5.
You put your hand on his shoulder, and even through cloth, there's like a slight way that his flesh moves unnaturally beneath your palm.
Sorry.
What?
You don't even get me like an hour into session before you throw zombies at me? God damn. Ew.
I mean, the game is called Deadlands.
Listen, all right, gross.
Listen, you know I love a little bit of horror in my games.
I
By
touched
little,
it.
I mean a lot.
I touched it.
It's the touching part. It's the touching part. It's not the temperature, it's the texture.
But does he even as I, the player, make a revulsion face, Lucas' expression won't change too much, but does he react to me putting a hand on him?
You could give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. Okay. 4.
You see his eyes slide over to you, and he goes, "Oh, Sheriff. Weren't no sheriff when I ran this place. Ain't gonna be a sheriff when I run it again."
I don't know how much I can do in a turn, so
That would be a free action to talk to him. So you could still also
Shoot the zombie.
yeah, you can attack.
oh great, excellent. Because I have pistols, I could do that.
Oh, great, excellent, murder.
Well, what? Well, I mean, he's a zombie apparently. You know, squishiness in my hands here. But I do think he then will pull out his left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. I guess they're the same. They're both babies, so he'll pull out his peacemaker because we're gonna make peace here. And I don't know how attacking works.
You're gonna roll the type of your shooting die
My
to hit,
shooting die. Okay. Okay.
along with your wild die.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, much better. 6.
Okay. That is enough to hit him, so go ahead and roll those damage dice.
That's 2d6 plus 1. So that's 8 plus 1.
Okay. Hold on. Let me figure out what to do with damage. I read this part like 6 times over, but it just does not stick when you're reading it versus when you're doing it. Applying damage. Okay, so Emery here is going to make a spirit roll to recover from being shaken as he takes some damage. Okay. Oh, is this supposed to happen on his turn, actually? Well, his turn to be next anyway, I guess. Yeah, it'll be... So he is shaken with that attack. It's a simplistic way to put it. So, I assume that's it for your turn, Lucas?
Feels like it.
Okay. Let's see. So he will have rolled for that. I already rolled the die. So he is no longer shaken. And oh, I should also say he did take 1 wound from that, Lucas. So good on you.
Did he have one raise?
Too many people talking at once. Was there a question there?
Okay, sorry about that. Was the reason for the wound because of a raise?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm following along. Okay, thank you.
Oh wait. Hold on. I may have been wrong. Oh, wait, I misread. I'm sorry. He did not take a wound.
Okay.
Figuring this out as we go. Yeah, so it is his turn. And he is going to try and shoot Arno.
Damn.
Which, can you read me your ability again, Andy?
My ability, yes, I can. It is with my quick draw holster.
Mhm.
Drawing from a quick draw holster adds +2 when attempting to interrupt someone, and the pistol must be drawn.
Okay. I just want to see if there's any certain conditions under which you have to interrupt it, or if it's just like you have to, like you just declared you interrupt. I'm wondering if this is for duels specific. So far, that's the only spot that I've seen for interruption. I'm just searching the word interrupt through the PDF for Deadlands, because this is a Deadlands specific thing, I think. Let me double check.
It says a couple of random things that I'm reading as you're looking. A duelist can choose to draw and shoot in a single action, taking a -2 penalty to the roll. But the quick draw holster lowers drawing and firing a pistol to a -1 penalty instead.
Yeah. So that's why I said it might apply to duels only rather than initiative.
Gotcha.
Maybe it feels like a very specific use of the quick draw holster, admittedly.
I could see it being used like one time, but it doesn't specifically say duelist, so that I guess that's what I would consider it. But you're right. Thinking about it during the actual fight, it's combat just doesn't seem connected.
Maybe I'm not sure how to improv that ability on the fly right here.
Okay,
So
I can
maybe
do something else.
Well, I mean, it's not your turn, yeah. General, but yeah. But I might just pause on that to better investigate that rule, so that we can figure out how to better apply it, and if it is as limited as it seems to suggest it is from like a glance, if you want to switch out for a different edge, you're just go for it.
Well, it's not an edge. It's just an item that I bought.
Oh, I thought you had the quick draw edge as well.
No, I just got the holster because it didn't say you needed the quick draw edge to have the quick draw holster. It just gave you +2 to interrupt.
That's probably why I was unprepared for this. It's like I didn't realize you had that edge.
I got that, and then I got the speed cylinder so that I can reload quickly.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll figure out how to better deal with that in the future, that particular item then. And for now, Emery is going to try and shoot you in the face. Sorry.
Well, damn.
He does, however, get a pretty hefty minus for aiming at your face specifically. It's gonna be a -4. What is your parry?
Not a lot. 2.
Well, he doesn't hit you, so.
Okay.
And it will go to you, Arno.
Okay. I got a question.
Yeah.
The ladies upstairs,
Yeah.
are they escorts, and do they work for me?
They work for you, yes. Whether or not they're escorts, I think depends on whether or not you specifically hire them as escorts. I would allow it that if you saw fit to have not have them not work as prostitutes, they wouldn't have to be prostitutes, but
Yeah, I don't think Arno would specifically like make them be prostitutes, but if that's what they wanted to do, he's not going to be a judging sort. But no, that's not necessary. So he would probably, with like this like steely look as he faces down the barrel of the pistol, would just call over his shoulder and be like, "Ladies, I would recommend you go to your rooms for a little bit." And then would walk up to the bar and pull out his sawed-off shotgun and aim it at Emery. Like, all right. I see we're not playing. Okay.
These ladies, I'm not going to move them off the map, but they go to their rooms, clear out of the way. As to many of the patrons, again, not going to move them. Use your imaginations in that regard. And yeah, go ahead and make a hit. Or a attack. Shooting roll. That's what it is.
Shooting roll. Okay. Cool. So that is a D6. So I just roll 1d6?
D6 plus your wild die. Sorry, I'm getting hiccups randomly. And then you'll take whichever of the two you prefer.
Okay. Is my wild die also a D6?
Yes.
Okay. Where is my... Oh, there it is. Okay. So that is a 5 and a 1. So I'm going to take the 5.
All right. Yeah. Roll your damage dice.
All right. So that's 2d6 plus... an amount. Double barrel. Oh, it's 1. It says 1 minus 3d6? I don't know what that means. Like, why I don't know why the 1 is minus before the 3d6.
Hold on. I will have to take a look, see what you are referencing.
Oh, no, I get it now. Never mind. I misread. So he's short. We're in short range, I'm guessing. He's less than 12 feet away from me. So that would be 3d6. If it was long distance, I'd only get 1d6.
How do you figure that out?
So I went to the items and went to range weapons, and then went down to shotgun. I misspoke because mine's a sawed-off double barrel. but like right at the top underneath the pink banner that says shotguns, it says shotguns +2 shooting. So technically, I guess I got a 7. 3d6 damage short range, 2d6 medium, 1d6 long. See Savage Worlds.
Okay.
So it wasn't 1 minus 3d6, it was 1, 2, 3 d6, depending on how.
Oh, okay. Okay. So how many d6 do you get for this one?
So he is gonna be close range because
Okay.
I had him in my
Yeah.
mind moving
Yeah.
up to the bar.
Yeah.
So 3d6.
Okay, cool.
All right. So that is 10 damage.
Jesus. So that's 2 raises. God damn.
Oh, damn. This zombie gonna die again.
Arno is unfazed, unbothered, moisturized, thriving.
In his lane. Behind his bar.
Let me just...
I will put down the beer bottle to pick up my shotgun. Thank you. Multiverse.
Okay, so he's also going to have penalties to his pace now. And all trait rolls. God damn.
Arno would 100% be sassy as he's, still has the shotgun held up and being like, there's no need to be a sore loser, Emery.
Hey, Andy, roll
Yeah.
2d6.
Okay.
The way Beth said that.
It's a 5 and a 4, so a 9?
Oh, wait, I lied. This doesn't come into play yet.
Okay.
Remember that number, perhaps.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that was a nice line. He glowers at you, and it is going to go back up to Ben.
His name is Bernard,
You're right. I'm sorry.
and Bernard will attempt to kick the shit out of this guy. So he has an 8 in fighting, so an 8 and a 6.
Yes.
Ooh, I did bad. So a 4.
Okay, well, that is a general hit this time. So you still hit, yeah.
Okay, so I roll the damage.
Yep.
All right. So that would be 1 second here. All right. So a D6 and a D4 and some of this POW. And it's actually 3 plus 6 plus 1. So that would be 10. Because he gets the +1 from his
Oh,
either
fuck
Chi
yeah.
Mastery or martial arts. I'm not sure which.
I'm gonna say that you kick him and you just feel like the bones crunch under your foot of his ribs. And you see him stagger against the bar backwards between like the bullet spray from Arno and now your kicks shattering some bones. And he seems absolutely devastated for a second, and then he wheezes. and that wheeze turns into dry laughter. And Ben, you start to see the skin slough off of him and like drip down like, ink basically. Puddling beneath him, and then you start to see bones show that begin to turn to dust as he continues this maniacal dry laughter, and he looks directly at you, Arno, and goes, "You haven't seen the last of me, Arno Firebrand." And I think we're all gonna take. Let me just recall how to do this.
Oh no, I already don't like the sound of this.
Part of the reason that I got the physical book was so that I could put post-it notes. And you want to know how many post-it notes I have put in this?
What? 1.
0.
Trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I did not win.
So I'll need all 3 of you to make a spirit roll.
Okay.
Spirit.
Does this have to do with being afraid?
Yep.
Because Arno doesn't get afraid.
Oh yeah?
That's his edge, I think, is has to do with fear. Hold on. I made it sound all cool and watch it's only like a bonus to shit. Hold on.
All right. Well, I can be afeared, but let's see if I am.
Afeared. God, I wish I
I'm
had
a bird.
popcorn.
Right.
Sounds great right now.
I might not be afeared, but I sure am disgusted. I touched that arm.
Oh, so it's well, it says fear has no power over me, but apparently I still have to roll, but that's okay. Hold on. Fine.
Okay, Sarah from the labyrinth. Let's go.
So a spirit roll. Oh, okay. Thank you, Anna. I got an 8.
I have 5.
Tony?
Oh, sorry, it was a 3.
Did you roll your
Oh
wild?
wait, am I supposed to roll 2 die? I didn't know we had wild with that one.
I think wild
Yeah.
everything.
I think wild is actually everything.
Well, I did
You got
much better
ace.
on the other one.
Okay.
So I got a 6 on that one.
Okay. So I'll need everyone to figure in a -2 modifier to that. Which I think Ben would put you at 6, but I have already forgot. I know 5 and 8, but I forget who had which.
I had 5, so I went
Okay.
down to 3, I guess, and then Ben had 6, so
I went
Okay.
to 4, and Arno had 8, so I got 6.
Okay. Okay. This will probably be easier if I tell you what the modifiers are. I keep forgetting to. But then in that case, Lucas, I believe that would make you the only person who failed that fear check.
cheers.
And trying to decide because there are 2 different responses to fear checks that the book describes, at least. Grotesque or terrifying, and I can't really decide which it is because it feels like it's kind of both. So I guess give me roll a d20 for me, and add 2 to it
Ooh, this is a terrible die.
as you are rolling on the fear table to see how
Sure.
much of a reaction you have, basically.
8 plus 2, 10.
Okay. Well, not too bad. You are shaken. So considering that the thing that you are fighting is gone for now, that's really not that bad. As I believe for shaken, you may only take free actions such as moving, talking, etc. But it doesn't,
All right.
it's nothing serious.
I can't shoot anybody. This is fine. This is fine.
Yeah. And I think before we delve into your reactions to this, we're going to go back to the train. So we return to Issa, Ix, and Thorn dealing with Silas Hart and his goons. So, I believe
You rolled the initiative, but I apologize. I didn't write it down.
Jess, did you happen to take note of who got what?
No, because I didn't understand how the system worked.
Oh no!
I had a King of Hearts. I know Ix had a King of Hearts.
Okay.
Ix was first, Issa was last, but I don't remember what order Silas and Thorn went in.
Yeah, it was.
That's my issue. I remember
It was
that
Ix, Thorn, the bad guys, and Issa.
Okay, so then Thorn was 10 of diamonds, and Silas was the 7 of clubs. Okay.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Okay.
I was listening.
Okay.
I was there. I'm here.
Because I had the cards put aside, but I didn't really. I was just
label them. Yeah.
Yeah, King of Hearts. So, who was the King of Hearts?
Like, what kind of code was I doing? What was I trying to tell myself?
Okay, so Ix, we are gonna just pick up at the head of initiative with you. So you see, peeking under the seat, you see this this train robber suddenly stand up for stand up question mark for the people in this train car as they're being assailed by these goons. And Silas means to have him done away with. You doing anything?
She's gonna scoop back to where her original seat was and kind of glance over the chair to see better on what's happening. Are we saying that they're pretty much standing where they are for this moment?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Ix does not have a clear shot of the one all the way over there. Ix is gonna try and scooch on out. Like, she'll stay low and she'll crouch. She won't be like belly crawling by any means, but she just wants to get a little bit of distance and pretty much just to show you where I want her to.
Okay.
To pretty much use that seat as a cover and then take a shot at Silas. His head specifically.
Right. His head specifically?
His head specifically.
Okay, so that will be with a minus of 4.
Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, that's right, because I'm naming it specific. Okay, yep.
It's a called shot. So.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll your shooting die as well as your wild die. Choose whichever of the two you like.
That'd be a 4 on the shooting die.
Sounds like a
This-
net 0 to me.
What?
So yeah, minus the 4, it would be a 0. So it probably would not hit, even if he's turned around. See,
Oh, yes. I thought I heard nat 0, and I was like, how is that possible? Not
Net
oh,
0.
actually, can I spend one of my bennies and try and re-roll to hit?
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, you guys start out with 3
2.
bennies.
Three.
Yes, that's
3?
correct.
2.
Oh
Yep.
wait, we
Yeah,
have
we start out
bennies?
with 3.
Three.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about the bennies. I'm so sorry.
that's okay. Heather remembered.
Yeah, thank you.
So I just want to re-roll. Do I re-roll both die again, or is it no? It's just the 8, not the wild.
I believe so, yeah.
That is a 4.
Okay, well, it was worth a try.
It was. It's okay. Not a critical failure. I'll take it.
Yeah. Also, I should have remembered about bennies because bennies are supposed to be like easy come, easy go. I can say that Ben, Arno, and Lucas all would have earned 1.
Oh yeah,
already.
easily.
Ben for just his introduction of hi guys.
Hi guys.
Arno for being such a great host at the saloon, and Lucas for honestly just like being the wholesome sheriff that he is, introducing himself to Ben and then trying to get Emery to stand down. So so I will also be trying to keep a lookout for moments where you guys can earn your bennies.
So what? How do they work?
So bennies
Kind of
can
like-
be used to for a number of things. Let me get to where they are actually explained so I can better tell you here.
Benefits.
Sorry for derailing us with questions.
Hey,
No,
train
no, you're
joke.
fine.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm just trying to get to the page. Problem with new books is that they kind of stick sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. So players start each game session, mind you, each game session with 3 bennies. And bennies are discarded at the end of each session, so use them or lose them. And you can use them for specifically re-rolling a trait, recovering from shaken, soaking rolls, or drawing a new action card. So if you are unhappy with the action card you got, you can expend a benny and you can draw an additional card for as many times as you like, and take your choice of all their draws.
sorry. When you say action card, is that like the initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
I also thought bennies could replenish 5 power points.
Yes, I hadn't gotten that far.
Oh my bad. I'm sorry.
So they can also be used to reroll damage, regain power points, specifically 5 power points, as Heather said. And the last one is to influence the story, and this one is entirely up to the game master, who may allow your character to spend a penny to find an additional clue if you're stuck, come up with some mundane but needed item, or push a non-player character into being a bit more agreeable. So that is like, really depends on the situation probably, and exactly what you are asking for in that situation. But there is more information on that on page 90 of Savage Worlds. Where were we? Right, X. You don't hit. but your gun
Damn.
goes off,
Oh, hell yeah.
and Silas, after this bullet whizzes over his shoulder, looks back over his shoulder at you, and you see a fury in his eyes. And it will go to
Can I use
Thorn.
a free action to flip him off?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna use a free action to flip him off. With her left hand, since she shot him with the right.
So Thorn is going to draw both guns once more. His Colt Lightning and his Colt Rainmaker. I thought those were fitting for Thorn. And he is going to take a couple shots right at the... I think right at the goon next to Silas. I need a bigger desk. So that's a hit on that first one. Let me just work this out. Okay. It's my first time rolling damage now, and I'm not used to it. So wait. Oh, I think I was doing raises wrong. Wait. Or was I? I don't know. Damage is confusing in this game, guys.
There's like 3 different layers to it.
It's a bonus damage. Well-placed attacks are more likely to hit vital areas and so do more damage. If your hero gets a raise on his attack roll, regardless of how many raises, he adds 1d6 to the final total. Bonus dice can also ace. What does ace mean?
You get the max amount on the die. So if you roll a
Okay.
d6 and got a 6, it's an ace. If you roll a d8 on an 8, or you roll an 8 on a d8, you'd get an ace.
What exactly is a raise?
Fuck if I know anymore.
It's so if it's for an
I-
actually roll to hit, and say Silas's to hit is 2, and she rolled a 4, she technically hit him once more over his armor, so she does additional damage because it was a good hit. But if she rolled a 6, she rose twice. She gets another damage die.
Okay, so it's not. Sorry, go on, Kitty.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out, like, is a raise like a flat number above the target, or is it like double the target? Like, what exactly is a raise?
It says it's every 4 points over the target is called a raise.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's for the damage die, right? Not the attack roll, the damage die.
No, that's a trait roll where I'm reading that. So that would be an attack roll.
Hold on.
Do you get a raise on damage?
So what's confusing me is that in the book it says in the more unshaken part, it's like breaks it down by success on damage to 1 raise to 2 raises to 3 raises, and I'm confused by that part, I guess.
Is it like if you got a raise on the attack, then
Wyatt, how do raises work?
The sad part is that I had him
No.
explain this to me already.
Oh,
applying
And
damage
I'm
if the
still
damage roll
confused.
is if the damage roll is less than target's toughness, the victim is beaten up. a bit, but there's no game effect. If the damage is equal to or greater than his toughness, he's shaken. Each raise on the damage roll also inflicts a wound. So it sounds like you can get raises on damage rolls. Oh, it looks like, isn't it the table on page 94?
That's the part that's confusing me. That's the table.
Oh.
I have asked for assistance as well.
Wyatt.
It seems to me like it's still like from what I don't know, the way I'm interpreting it is it seems like the raise on damage is the same as the raise on the trait roll. It's like every 4 points above whatever target you're trying to hit is a raise. Is kind of what it feels like.
Okay, so it sounds like what's mostly confusing me is how does bonus damage factor in with raises? Does it only factor in if you get a raise on an attack roll, I guess? Okay. Yes, that does seem like the case. I think the terminology of applying raise to any kind of die roll gets confusing when you bring damage into it. Maybe that's just me. I might be overcomplicating this in my brain.
Yeah, the bonus damage just seems like you just get an additional die.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If your attack, if you get a raise on the trait roll when you're to the attack, then you get an additional die for damage, but then you can also get raises on the damage, I guess.
Okay.
Depending on, I guess, what your total is. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, and that is basically what Wyatt has confirmed in simple terms. I'm glad that he was indeed on call. Sometimes for my brain to have things broken down simply helps rather than reading pages of a document over and over. But where was I? Thorn, rolling damage. He got 6, which is a raise for a wound. So, since he was targeting a goon, nice thing about this game is if you're not a wild card, you can only soak up to, or you can only basically handle one wound before you're. Whoa! I didn't mean to make him big. It's trying to turn him around. You can only take one wound before you're knocked the fuck out. I'm trying to turn his fucking character. There we go. Wouldn't give me the
incapacitated.
Yeah,
what?
He's incapacitated. So, with that, we finally move the fuck on. Oh, actually, Thorn's also going to move because he's not an idiot and he will take cover. So we're just gonna put him here behind this seat. Now that he's caught these people's attention, and it will go on to the bad guys. There's one remaining goon who is going to try and shoot at Thorn.
Brilliant.
Yup. Jesus Christ, okay. Well, he shot really well. Alright then. Fucking nobody. I need more dice for this random ass nobody who just got 2 raises on an attack roll when literally no one else has gotten that so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And gets 2 raises on damage. So now Thorn has 2 wounds.
Ooh, right? He rolled 8 above your target?
Oh wait, sorry. You're right. I'm doing this wrong.
Because it's against your toughness, right?
Yes, I was. Oh, Emery probably shouldn't have been his damage. Whatever. He's not.
I
Get
wondered that
forever.
myself.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let
Accidentally
it go.
made that real easy for you. Wait. He gets 1 raise then, so Thorn gets 1 wound instead. Okay. And then it's going to be Silas. And Silas is gonna look. He looks over at you, Ix, over his shoulder. And just goes, "See what happens when you don't listen to your pops." And he is going to point his gun just through the train car and start fanning the hammer.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Do we work in this place? Holy shit!
This guy has no chill.
No chill.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you later this other thing. So basically what this means, you guys probably have read the fan the hammer edge possibly. But basically he can take as many shots as he has bullets in the chamber. It is with a penalty of -4. And let's see. What was his shooting die again? Ah, right. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough dice. Okay.
Oh, that's not cool. Oh no! Because you missed, you dumb bitch. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of how the targeting would work with the -4, and if the whole idea is that he. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, he's gonna be probably aiming. Oh, I don't think he's aiming for anyone in particular, but Thorn is definitely a target, or has made himself a target, but he's also just kind of intentionally shooting into the crowd of bystanders. Because he is an awful, awful man. So, in order to not outright kill Thorn, I will say that he has well, that one won't hit. That one would. That one would. That will be a okay. I made this man maybe a little bit too powerful, but that's okay. It's not okay, but this is also a part of learning to play this game, in that I will be learning how to balance encounters, but you know. So, Ix, you see as shots are fired off into the train car, and people are most definitely hit and probably killed. Belladonna goes down.
Oh my god, they have names.
Marley
Stop!
goes down.
No!
We won't kill Mindy because she looks like a child, and that just seems a little wrong.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you had tilted that child over, I would have been like, I quit.
Yeah, fair. I will not be killing children. This guy goes down, and Thorn is gonna take 2 hits here. So that is
Okay, Thorn is more powerful when he bleeds.
another 3 damage. And so that's 1. No wound for that. But he does. Oh, actually, no wounds taken. He soaked that all up. All right. Good on you, Thorn. You don't die.
Woo!
Low parry, high toughness. And Silas, without looking at you this time, Ix is gonna go. You wanna think twice about that bird? And yeah, it will go to Issa.
Oh god, I have to do something. Oh shit.
Wait, I was just watching everything happen.
I feel like as this is all happening, obviously it's happening a lot faster, and it's like everything's kind of just like going all at once.
Yeah.
So whereas before she was kind of just like observing to see what happened, like as everything sort of unravels really, really quickly, and like shots start getting fired, and obviously this guy in the green jacket is a big problem. She kind of just looks around, and then she curses under her breath, which probably only Thorn might be able to hear if he's actually listening through getting shot. But she reaches under the seat and like pulls something out real quick, and there's like a bit of a bustle as she's like pulling it out, and then she gets up with a rifle and just like aims over the back of the seat at what's his face in the green jacket. And bear with me as I figure out how to do this. She Okay, hang on. Oh god, I read this earlier and I forgot already how aiming works. Is aiming, is that just when you do a called shot? Is that all that is?
Yes. Yeah, a called shot would be if you want to specifically hit his head or his hand. Or a limb you could target. You could target an item.
And that's called aiming specifically, right?
Hold on. There is a specific thing called aiming as well. Says shooting rolls assume a character is moving about, dodging attacks, keeping an eye on the chaos around her. If she focuses her attention and aims, however,
Oh,
she can
okay,
make a
so-
much more accurate shot.
yes, sorry. So aiming would take like a full turn, and then it would be like shooting on the next turn. So never mind that then.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I guess she's just gonna try to shoot at him with her rifle.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter where. He deserves it anywhere. So it's a shooting roll?
Yes.
Okay. So that's that dice and the wild, which is a d6, correct?
Yes.
And what's AP?
Armor
What does that mean?
piercing.
What does that do? If there's a number there.
I will say nobody here is wearing substantial armor.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be a 5.
Sorry, I lost my place in my notes on him. Unfortunately, a 5 would not hit.
Ah, poop. Okay, well.
What? Oh, right, that's why. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I guess that's. I guess she would miss him and then mutter to herself again, but then she would like duck down behind the seat to like get cover.
Okay. All right, sounds good. It will go to Ix.
Oh my god. She's gonna see him unload into this train car. And she is going to step out a little bit, like uncrouch, to get his attention back on her. And she'll just be like, "Hell's bells, Silas, you're an absolute loon. Hold on, I just don't. Just stop. I'm right here. You don't gotta do nothing else." And she's gonna kind of like glance back to where she saw the shots from like Issa/Thorn's location to see if anybody in that location is alive. She's hoping to buy enough of a distraction for one of them to take a shot. But not that she can convey that, but that's her intention. Is her hands are up, but she's ready to draw, and Silas wouldn't be dumb enough not to notice that. But she is clearly trying to distract him a second to not take any more action against the people in the train.
Okay. So trying to think of how to play this off. I think you, Ix, know that the Green Viper, there are 5 Vipers in all. Green Viper is just one of them. And he's known for being merciless, a no prisoners kind of person. It's probably why his approach to bringing you home involves threatening you with a gun in the first place. And he looks at you, and his gun is still outstretched towards the car full of innocent bystanders. And I think you would intrinsically know that he'll be glad if you come willingly, but at this stage, it's unlikely he's gonna leave any witnesses behind.
Okay, do I have time for just a little bit more then?
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing that he's clearly loco in the cabeza, she's gonna try and appeal to the crazy side. She'll take a quick step forward with her hand still outstretched away from her weapons, And she'll go, hold on now. It's one thing to just bring me back, right? Unharmed or not. It'd be a whole nother thing if perhaps I tell Daddy that you were more persuasive and a bit more gentler this time. I think he could reward you if you show just a smidge restraint.
He looks at you, and there's a bit of entertainment on his face. Amusement, I should say. And he goes, "Nah, Missy. Your daddy wouldn't have sent me if he didn't want you to learn from this."
I thought you'd say something like that. Do I have time to shoot him?
Yeah, go for it.
She gonna try and shoot him.
Yep, do it up.
Oh my god, I hate this dude so much. Alright, that's a 6 and an 8. We got this. That is an ace. That is an 8, sir. That is an 8.
An 8 will, in fact, hit him.
Oh, thank fuck.
He ain't taking cover, so...
So, I've been going through the attack rolls, and if we want to get this right, she actually gets to re-roll that and add the new number to the 8 because she got an ace.
Exploding dice.
8 on D8? Okay. It didn't click. Yeah, you get bonus damage then.
I'm actually, just to help everybody else, I'm typing something up I'll put in chat when I'm done. But I've been trying to wrap my head around the whole attack process, so yeah.
So do all dice explode if you roll the max value?
Yeah,
So-
even
Yeah,
wild.
Yeah. Based on what I'm reading, yeah, they do.
It looks like you add 1d6.
Well, that'll be to the
That-
damage roll, but since this is
Wait.
still an ace, she can roll and add to the 2 hit. I don't know if it'll make a difference here, but
Okay.
The 2 hit or the damage?
Wait.
it'll also add a damage die to you. Oh, a d6 to
Does
your
it-
damage die too.
Because
So-
it'll raise it above the 8 hit.
Yeah,
Not
so
quite.
I think when you roll an ace, which is I guess the max number on a die, the die explodes, so you roll that die again, and then you add
Yep.
whatever number you get. And if it keeps exploding, you just keep going until it doesn't
Yeah.
roll max. And that's how you end
Kind
up
of ridiculous.
potentially getting like multiple raises, because if you get really lucky, you can like really stack the number.
Okay.
But
So, yeah,
the
go ahead and roll
exploding
it
dice is
again.
separate than the raise.
Do it up, Heather.
Oh, that's a 6. That's still good.
So 8 plus 6 at least.
Yeah.
So 14. And that will... Sorry. That will be a raise, so you do get bonus damage. So
Ooh,
you
so I-
can add an extra d6 to your damage roll.
Awesome. So that's going to be 3d6.
Okay.
That's 15.
I think I'm reading that right. Right? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. Sorry, what was the damage you rolled?
15.
15. Okay. You're echoing, by the way, Heather. I don't know if
Oh, sorry, it's because I
Yeah.
have to mute again.
Okay. 16, you said? Sorry, my
No, 15.
15. Okay. 15. What's his toughness? Oh. Not that. So you get a raise on damage of 1 raise. So he takes 1 wound and is shaken. And will that be it for your turn?
Yeah, I'd say I've already done my movement. I think I spent plenty of time talking, and then I shot. So yeah.
Okay. It's gonna go to Thorn. He's gonna make a spirit roll to shake off this shaken. Wow. That's right. I gave you real shit spirit. Sorry, Thorn.
Aw.
Aww.
But he does add his wild die at least, which he rolled well on the wild die, so he's good. And so on the success, he is no longer shaken and may act normally. So he is going to. I think he's gonna shoot at Silas. He's the real problem here. So he takes 2 shots. So wild dies explode too.
Yes, they can.
Oh goddamn. Okay. There were a couple exploding dice I ignored. Alright. So he rolls a 12 on one of those, and on another, and 8. So both hit. He does not raise, unfortunately, so no bonus damage for him. But still pretty good. The first attack, Silas, bullet grazes, but he's able to do just fine by it. Second attack, he does take another wound. So he is now at 2 wounds. Looking a bit rough. And then it will go to him. So I think with Thorn hitting him, he's gonna actually just try to hit Thorn. We'll keep it a little bit simple this time. Had to bust out Fan the Hammer once for character reasons. But I do not want to roll that many dice again.
It sends a very clear message. That's the tone, really.
Wow, he rolled like shit.
He has bennies.
Good.
He does have bennies.
Oh wait, Thorn rolled like shit?
No, Silas.
Oh shit,
Oh.
no! Benny
Yeah,
coming
no,
back.
let him roll like shit!
I thought it was Thorn.
No, Thorn hit. He did damage. He wounded
Damn it.
him.
My bad. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just making sure Bath has fun too.
Whether or not to use the Benny. Yeah, we'll use the Benny. At least for one of the attacks. Okay. Well, all right then.
Critical failure. Critical failure.
He did get a raise.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thorn will be fine, maybe.
All this started off a picture of Thorn as a cowboy, ends with Thorn in the grave.
I'm gonna laugh if Thorn comes back from the dead in this.
Oh god. Zombie Thorn?
Thorn was at 1 wound. He is now at 2 wounds. So he only gained 1 more wound from this. So he and Silas are on even footing with the wounds. And the goon is going to shoot at Issa, or attempt to.
Rude.
It's okay. He's not really good at this. Not as good as Silas, anyway. What's your parry again?
5.
Okay, and you have cover as well, and I would say that's like half cover. So 4 penalty, and
Yeah, I guess realistically she's like
you're fine.
on this side, kind of.
He misses you. He shoots into the bench. You're good. It goes to you, Issa.
Oh God. Okay. I feel like she sees Thorn get shot, like twice at this point, or 3 times. I don't know, I've lost track at this point. She kind of just like looks at him, and she almost sighs, and she's like, "Don't you men know how to stay down?" And then she'll get back up and try to shoot at Silas again with her rifle.
Yeah. I feel like Thorn just kind of gives like a. I'm staying down.
I haven't been able to get back.
I'm just a bigger fucking target than you are.
You took it as like, don't call me fat.
A 6.
Who are you shooting at? Sorry.
Silas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Would you like to aim at the goon instead? Potentially.
No, not really. But it's fine. I know I missed.
Benny!
I'm starting to get the sense that the only possible way I'm going to hit this man is if I ace. So it's fine.
Just brought up bennies
Classic
though.
me
You have 3
can't hit
bennies.
for shit.
But the bennies.
Sure, I'll spend 1 to try and re-roll. Is that just 1 die or both of them?
I think
How does
it's
that
just
work?
your regular die. Yeah,
My regular
your
one?
yeah.
Alright. 7?
Yeah, that hits. I'm sorry, you were just rolling right below it. So
No, it's fine. I'm used to it, and honestly, I would not have been surprised if that had been what happened. Oh God, what is the damage on this thing? 2d8. So that just means I add them together, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, she rolled well on the damage. That will be 15.
Okay. Me.
Did you ace on
wait.
either of those?
Oh wait, I did. Okay, hang on.
So re-roll that one and add it to the total again.
Okay, so that was 15 plus 3 is 18.
Okay.
Is there a wild die on damage? No, I don't think there is, right?
No, that only applies to trait rolls.
Okay.
So skill or attribute rolls.
Got it. Thank you.
All right. So with that, Issa, you make your quip at Thorn, and then you peek on over the bench, take aim at Silas, and you get him straight between. You get him straight on the bridge of his glasses, shattering them. As you shoot him through the head, because that's 3 wounds. So he's dead.
Oh.
Congrats. You killed a man.
Boom. Issa got first kill. Is there an
Yep.
achievement for that?
He
Here's a Benny.
falls. Yeah, actually take a Benny for that, and also Ix, take a Benny for your, trying to reason with Silas and then shooting him.
And an excellent accent, I might add.
Yeah,
Thank you.
actually, excellent accent.
Thank you. I've been practicing in the shower.
You're like, Issa shoots the man in the head, he falls, and then she just kind of like shakes it off a little bit, and then she ducks back down because there's still another man with a gun, and she's just like, God, this is so undignified.
Actually, with that other man, he sees Silas go down, and you see him go pale, and he just sort of like leaps on over the bench that he's sitting at, and just kind of has like a fuck this. He's gonna push past you, Ix, or attempt to at least.
Can I trip him? I don't have to grapple him. I just want to trip him. Can I? I guess I don't know.
What would that be? What would tripping be?
Because it's not technically my turn.
I feel like I would allow it, because it would be going to your turn anyway. I'm just trying to decide what kind of. I guess that would be like an unarmed attack, right?
Good. I mean, I'm not planning on hurting him. I just
You
want
have
to trip him. I
fighting?
mean, I'm willing. I don't have fighting.
Okay, well, you can still make a fighting roll.
Yeah.
Even
It's
if
just
it's not your. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a D4, right?
I believe so, and there's like a penalty for.
Yeah, -2 because I don't have it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What does that do? Does an ace happen for that?
I
No,
mean-
because it's not an attack roll.
No, an ace could still happen.
So I can roll again, not since I got a 4?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Smash your freaking face in. Why isn't it doing it again?
Holy
Is that
fuck.
another 4? No way.
Roll again.
Okay, this isn't right. There's no way. There's no way.
Do it again.
That works.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
About
wow.
I was about to say.
He is tripped so hard.
So that
She's coming.
is.
She fucking clotheslines this bitch, not trip him. She just fucking breaks his
That's
nose.
a 15, but a 13 instead. We're gonna say that your damage die for this simple action of tripping is gonna be a D4, and you're going to get 4. Wait. So bonus damage is when you roll over the target's parry, correct? Yes. Right? Yes.
Yeah, because toughness is.
Yes. Okay. So you're going to get 4 extra bonus dice? Because that's 3 raises on his. No, more than 3. 4 raises on his. He has a low parry.
So I have to. I roll 4 additional d6s or 3.
4? Because it's 4 raises? Wait. No, wait.
Well,
3
it's only
raises? Oh my god,
No,
I'm
yeah,
getting.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
he has a 2 parry, so you rolled 3 above. Okay, yes. Okay, 3 raises.
So 1d4, 3d6.
Yes. How does this contain more math than D&D?
I
I
was wondering
was
that one.
almost thinking exactly that.
I feel like, honestly, I feel like it's probably not that difficult once you get used to it, but because it's so
Yeah,
different from what we're used to, it's like really confusing. But I think if we got into it, it probably wouldn't be that bad once we got into the flow.
Oh, that's right. I can ace on damage rolls, and I did. Okay, that's 12, sir. 12 tripping damage.
God damn.
He just breaks his nose.
Yeah, so you get this man wasn't wounded before. So he does get 2 wounds as you do indeed trip him, and he like it's painful how hard he face plants. And you definitely do hear the crack of his nose.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I just knew you were gonna say it, and it still hurt me. No, it's good.
He's not incapacitated. So I think kind of lapsing out of the initiative, would anyone like to straight up stop him from trying to escape?
Oh yeah, Ix doesn't want him to leave.
Well, you made your action, so I guess a better
Okay,
question
never
is,
mind.
Lisa, are you going to try and stop him?
Oh, that's an excellent question. Can I stop him? What can I do?
Anything you're
aside from killing him, I guess. Oh boy. Sorry, I know I'm taking a while. I'm trying to decide. I don't know that she would like rush forward to try and stop him. I think she's kind of watching to see what Ix is gonna do, because obviously she's mixed up in whatever's going on here.
Okay. Thorn is probably meanwhile sitting back on this bench. Not like in a relaxed fashion, but more of like a staggering back. Because he also has 2 wounds. And meanwhile, this goon is gonna try to scramble up and flee once more. Ix, how would you like to attempt to stop him? If you still wish to stop him.
I do wish to stop him. At this point in time, if he's gonna keep running and have his back to her, which was stupid to begin with, she's gonna try and shoot him.
Alright. Go for that attack.
Oof. Oof. That's a 2.
Benny!
I don't want to use my Benny on that just yet. Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to use a Benny. I would like to
Yeah.
use a Benny. Hold
Go
on, let
for
me
it.
change that on my sheet. And I re-rolled just the shooting one, which is the 8. That is a 4.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
You get a raise as well, so add a d6 to your damage roll.
Oh, he's going to have a hard time. He's going to have a hard time. Oh, that's an ace on that one. So there's 10. That's 13. 16 total. He's slow. He's sluggish. She just nails him.
He did. You killed him.
Killed him dead.
Yeah. And as we drop out of initiative, you realize that as this fight has been going on. The train is slowing and slowing, and eventually just creaks to a stop. Meanwhile, these people around you, they're glad the bandits are dead, but like they're still freaking out quite a bit around you. And you realize once the train has stopped that your car was detached from the rest of the train. That the reason for that kathunk earlier. And you're now in the middle of the desert. And you know that you're not too far from Dust Hollow. But yeah, what are you two doing? Thorn beside you, Issa, is just like, well, shit. Train robbery wasn't supposed to go this way.
I feel like Issa's gonna like give him a look that's not dismissive, but like it's more it's like half distracted because she's like she seems to be assessing how badly injured he really seems to be. But in response to his statement, she just says, "Well, that's what you get for getting mixed up in all these sorts of things." But then she sets her rifle down, and he's wearing like a scarf or something, right?
He's wearing like a poncho, yeah.
Okay, but not like a loose scarf. I thought it kind of looked like he was, but
That's just the sprite.
oh, okay. Well, in that case, I guess she's going to. I don't know. I guess she's going to pull out the handkerchief. I assume she probably has, and like just kind of like press it to like whatever seems to be the worst of the gunshot wounds to like staunch the blood flow somewhat.
Yeah, give me a notice roll.
Oh boy. Okay. Where's my sheet? Okie dokie. And this does get the wild die, correct?
Yes.
Oh wow. 3.
Hold up. Yeah, I'll say you're able to identify at least one of. There's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
In general. He got at least 2 good bullets in him. But you're able to kind of press to like one of the bullet wounds. You don't know which one's worse than the other particularly, but it's not so much to just press a handkerchief to a wound.
Yeah. I mean, I think she knows
Yeah.
it's not gonna like fix it, but it's kind of just
No,
like
yeah.
gotta do something.
Yep. He probably gives you a little bit of a grin in spite of bullet wounds, and just goes, "Thank kindly." And then he is going to, I think what he's going to do, I'm just trying to find the edge for my reference. Note to self, post-its on every edge that Thorn uses. And every...
Tab everything.
Tab everything. I really need to. So Sorry, it's not an edge, it's a power. And it's not in this book, it's in Deadlands. Jesus Christ. I need the physical copy of this.
What I did for myself with like all the relevant like edges and all that stuff, because it was getting really hard to like flip back and forth through the books, was I just kind of dumped it all into like a Word document, the like pieces that were actually relevant to me, and I just saved that separately for my own reference.
That's such a smart idea.
So
Yeah, I think I need to do something like that because trying to search shit up through a PDF is just the most annoying thing in the world. Right. Oh, never mind. That doesn't last as long. Whatever. It's for character. He is going to pass his hand over the bullet wounds, and they don't heal. You're very aware of the fact that, like, the he's still got holes in his body, but he does immediately sit up, and he's like moving as if he's not hurt at all. And he's gonna like kind of grit his teeth and go, "All right, y'all. I guess I'll be nice." And he's gonna take his hat and dump the stolen like necklaces and watches on the ground. And there's much more than just what he had gotten from this car, which leads you to believe that he probably passed through a couple of cars before getting to yours. And he's just gonna kind of look at you, Issa, as he steps onto the aisle, and then at Ix, and go, "Any chance you folks are heading to Dust Hollow?"
Ix is kind of like look around for a second, like, this train going anywhere else I don't know about?
No, guess not. You ride with me? I could use a couple good guns at my back, especially if I bleed out on the way there.
Suppose I can help with the holes, but I don't know how I feel about company. As you can see, I don't attract the nicest types.
Who on Demon's Trail does?
Two heads better than none. Sorry, folks, if anybody does need anything. I can help with some bandages, but I gotta check the pockets of my here dearly departed friend. And she's gonna crouch down and literally dig through his pockets for anything, including his gun, just to see, because she doesn't have a lot of weight she can carry, but she's gonna look. Money, mostly, any kind of note from her father, anything that would identify her. Pictures, photos, renditions, I don't care. She wants to take it all.
He probably has a drawn portrait of you, or a photo, actually. There are photos in this time.
She could stuff that in her pocket so fast.
Yeah. And $50, we'll say.
Fuck yeah. And Ix will go around.
Have like an extra $3 each or something on them if you check
pizza money.
Yeah.
I can get 2 chicken nuggets. Okay. Yeah, she'll take the money off them, but leave them be from there. And then she'll go around anybody who needs healing, and she will heal them.
Okay.
But she will do it in such a way of she'll take out her first aid kit and use the bandages, and instead of using any of the vials in the kit, she pulls this bottle from like her pouch that's at her hip, and it's tinted kind of green and see-through, and it's not quite apparent what's in the bottle, but it is liquid, and she kind of pours a little bit on that on everyone's wound that she treats, and then wraps the bandages, and she'll say, before healing him, she's like, "You're gonna feel a little tingle, possibly some warmth. Just sit still, take a moment." And she's essentially healing with power, but disguising it as if she's using medicine.
Okay. Are you doing this for Thorn in particular?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Because I feel like the bystanders are either totally uninjured or they were just straight up killed.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
But you know, she would
sad.
Little
mend
bit.
she would mend anybody else, and I suppose that would just be Thorn at this point. But yeah, she would disguise it as not an actual power. At least try to.
So will that involve a healing roll from you, though?
No, because it's a power.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Maybe. Hold on.
Yeah, some powers require rolls, but
Just says instant lay on hands, touching the victim with a holy simpler prayer. Healing removes wounds less than an hour old. A success, so I do need to roll. A success removes 1 wound, and a raise removes 2. The power may be cast additional times to remove additional wounds within that hour, as long as the healer has enough power points. And then I need to do. So I need to go to the healing. That's on page 97. The healing skill is used to remove wounds. Each attempt requires 10 minutes per wound level of the patient. Subtract 1 from healing rolls within a basic first aid kit or similar supplies. A success removes 1 wound and a raise removes 2. Failure means no wounds are removed. A critical failure increases the victim's wound level by 1. How does that work for a
is
power
that
then?
well? Usually the power will say like if you have to roll something.
And that's the funny thing is it doesn't. It just says refer to healing.
Then maybe
Is it healing in Savage Worlds, maybe?
Yeah, Savage Worlds core rulebook.
Okay.
Because there's healing the power, and then there's just a healing section. And the healing section seems to be specific on first aid kits or med kits. So I don't have a healing stat, but I have a power. So would my power... So instead of rolling whatever the healing stat, I would roll... What is it I would roll?
would it be spell casting?
Yeah, it'd be spell casting, but I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, it'd be my spell casting, so I'd roll a d8. That's right, because that's the point of the healing power versus having a first aid kit. Because she wouldn't be using the kit specifically as the material. She'd be doing the healing, and her material is her 3 power points. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay, so she'd roll just a d8.
Before you roll the healing, I also want you to roll a notice check as you're attending his wounds.
Notice it is. I'll roll an 8 and a d6 for wild, or no? Yeah, it's a skill.
Yeah.
That's a 5, good sir. No aces.
Okay. That's high enough. You notice that the edges of these bullet wounds it seems like almost necrotizing along the edges of it, which you would, I'm just gonna say, with your knowledge of the Green Viper and in general, just the kind of work that your father does, you can basically guess that there was some poison of some kind mixed with his bullets.
Should have freaking figured that.
Kind of a standard practice for the Green Viper.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I gotta figure out if I have something for that.
But go ahead and roll healing for the wounds.
Yeah, I
themselves.
can do healing for the wounds, and then I can do healing for the poison separately.
Yeah.
Okay, so D8 plus wild. That is a 3.
I think that would count as a failure.
I'm gonna use a Benny.
Yeah, go for it. We're nearing the end of the game, so you might as well.
Okay, don't fuck me, please. 4.
Yeah, that would be a success.
Oh, thank God.
So you remove one wound. He is still wounded, but it's not as bad. If you want to, I believe
I'd want to heal him twice more. Once for the last wound, and then once more to remove the poison. I do have enough power points for this.
the only thing that I'm wondering is, does your power allow you to attempt to heal a wound more than once within the hour?
Yeah, I just have to use
okay.
the power points for it.
Okay,
The
just
the
wanted to
power
make
may
sure.
be cast additional times to remove additional
Okay,
wounds
yeah,
within
it
that
doesn't
hour, as
need to
long
be.
as yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to quote it to me. I just wanted to double check. But yeah, so then go right for it.
That's a 4.
Success.
All right, one more for the poison. I'll spend a Benny for that one too. Okay. 5.
Yeah. All right. So you do manage to cure that poison. It wasn't too bad. Since it was in the early stages. And I will say that, once you heal it, Thorn is just like, hot damn. You got some magical touch to you.
Nah, it's all in the vial, you see. Limited edition kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the vial. He winks at you dramatically.
For what it's worth, Issa is just rolling her eyes.
She's like, I'm so over this.
Also, this is probably not even worth mentioning, but in my mind, I imagine that Thorn has a glass eye in this one specifically.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so.
That's awesome.
He can, in fact, wink and not just wink blink. So.
Good for him. Yeah, with that, she will kind of glance around the rest of the cabin. Well, folks, the town is that way. We're going to be heading on out. Much obliged if you don't mention anything about the happenings, bad folks and all that. You don't want to be mixed up in that. And then she just kind of slowly walks out. She'll dig through the pockets of her coat, but you'll notice that she leaves her very nice purple coat and then continues on.
All right. You guys head on down through the doors. And I believe that the rug should be a portal. Yes, good. I'm gonna control Thorn and also bring him to Dust Hollow. And yeah, it is. You do find that Thorn, in fact, has a horse. He was the one riding along the train. He is probably gonna look at the two of you as he gets astride his horse and goes, "Either you lucky ladies want to ride?"
No.
He looks to you, Issa.
Sorry, I'm trying to decide how mean I want her to be. I feel like with that phrasing in particular, she's gonna kind of like give him a semi disdainful look and just say, "Greater men have been denied the pleasure."
Ix is gonna whistle. No joke. She's gonna be like, "Oh, damn!" Go on.
I'm so sorry, miss, but I'm gonna need to ask you to speak plainly.
Oh, so you two don't work together? You don't know each other?
What makes you think I would associate myself with someone of his proclivities?
Well, the difference is, you're the inside man. He's the outside man. No? All right, never mind then.
That'd be a sweet, sweet plan there, but nah.
Well, that's because you're the idiot that did it alone. Who rides a train by himself?
Me?
Yeah, and look what it got you, two bullet holes. Yeah, you ride that horse, little man. You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna trip out here by yourself. Come on, let's go.
Trip? I would never.
As he makes the horse walk slowly forward as he continues to argue his case on the back of this horse.
I mean, you healed all his wounds.
Yeah,
so in fact, sorry, what?
Nope, I was being mean. I was like, I should have left one. Keep him some dude.
I think he's gonna give you two a wry look and go, "All right, let's play it that way." He takes off his hat and like bows a little bit to you guys, and goes, "Well, it sure was a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. But, well, I'll know when I'm not wanted. So, maybe I'll see you in Dusty Hollow."
You have fun. Don't get into too much more trouble. I won't be there when you decide to cause any.
I don't think I'll be causing quite as much trouble as you, but wouldn't be no fun if I didn't get into a little.
Fair enough.
Issa, any parting words?
I feel like Issa is kind of like glancing between the two of them, sort of like weighing her options at this point, because like on one hand, there's Thorn, who is obviously trouble, but on the other hand, there's Ix, who is also obviously trouble in different ways. And she's kind of just like,
she was enjoying the train ride.
Listen, all I'm saying is Issa killed a man for you.
Ix would make a point to thank her for that. I do appreciate the backup, wanted or not.
Issa would probably just be like, Not the caliber of game one usually goes hunting for, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, I like that. I like you. You funny. And then she's gonna just keep on walking.
But I was gonna say that like she's kind of like looking between Ix and Thorn, and she's just like kind of debating. I feel like after a pause, she would look at Thorn and just say, "So you're going to straight to Dust Hollow? Is that it?"
Well, I might be. What's it to you?
You see, I find myself in dire need of something to get me there, seeing as the train is clearly not an option. And I'd really rather not wander through the wilderness on my own.
You saying you want to ride?
Are you capable of behaving yourself?
Now, miss, I am a gentleman.
Don't know what roll
A
that is, but he
gent-
needs to roll some roll.
Issa would hold up a finger and say, "First of all, don't call me miss. Second of all, a gentleman would have offered his horse to carry the lady's luggage and walked alongside with them."
You got luggage?
Of course.
Make a persuasion check, Issa.
Oh God. I think I got a penalty to those.
Oh no.
Hang on.
And make it with a modifier of +3.
Well, hang on a second. Because I think that'll be a modifier of +1. Because I get a -2 from
Wow.
one of my hindrances. So wait, what am I rolling? What is persuasion? Do I even have that?
I think it should be one of your base skills.
Yeah, it'll be a
probably is,
spirit
and
base.
okay, so it's that, and then wild as well, right?
Yep.
So it's a +3 -2 +1. Okay. Oh boy, that'll be a 3 altogether.
Ooh.
So persuasive.
I'll tell you what. We get to Dust Hollow, we'll send a guy for your luggage. But if you want to ride, I'm more than happy.
Has Ix already walked away at this point?
Oh yeah, she has her backpack on and she's just toddling away. Yep. She ain't wasting no time.
Issa
Which
kind of
makes
just
you-
like glares at Thorn for a second, then throws her hands up and's like, "Ugh, fine."
He will give you a hand up onto the horse, so you can sit with him. And I think despite all of his arguing before and seeming like he was just gonna leave off without the both of you, he actually does not go far from Ix either. So he's not just leaving her to wander to Dust Hollow by herself.
Oh, that's nice. She would smile at him. She wouldn't say anything about it, but she would smile at him occasionally.
And I think after a couple of hours, you guys will make your way into Dust Hollow proper. And we will pick up next time with the aftermath of the fight with Emery. This fight went on a bit longer than I anticipated. We only got through about half of the content I had planned.
Isn't that how it always goes, though? Every single time.
I really should have figured, though, that like essentially 2 combats would have taken an entire session.
Hey, I think we got through pretty okay. A couple little stumbles, but I think we did awesome.
Yeah, we were learning like the rules and the mechanics, so it was a good opportunity to figure things out.
And there was quite a lot to learn, as it turns out.
It's a whole different game.